Hello, everybody. Welcome to Frontier Mentality. Let me get us propped up. You are going to hear Becca barking in the background. There are some buzzards flying in the sky, and she doesn't like anything up above. If it's buzzards, planes, or birds, or helicopters, gets her juices flowing. Or if she sees a squirrel go up a tree and she can't get it, gets her juices flowing. So she might be barking a good bit. So this is Swing and Garden Tour. It's November, the week before Thanksgiving. Hope you're enjoying the short cooking shows that I'm releasing on Wednesdays tomorrow. I believe it's quiche. Showing how easy staples can stretch a little further, and it can be dinner or breakfast or brunch or lunch, whatever you choose it to be. The garden is doing amazing. The cold snap we had a while back did not hurt anything. I think the broccoli was a little wimpy one day, but once the sun came out and warmed everything up, everything straightened back up and was just loving it. As you notice, the swing is still in the middle of the yard. Bruce cut the maple trees that the swing was under, so one was still quite healthy, but it was leaning over the swing, and the peppers weren't getting there. I mean, they did well, but they would do better if they had more sun. So it came down, and then the other one had caught a disease, so it came down. Another one also in the front yard also had got a disease, so Bruce got it down. He's slowly been cleaning the front fence line and doing the side fence line where the dog pen's at, and working a little on the back fence line. Can't really do much that's on the neighbor's side except for our side of the fence line. And I don't know if we're going to clean that side up this year. We are working on the back wood pile we saw in the shorts where Bruce was cutting a beast of a log. If anybody knows, my husband is 6'1"ish, 2-ish, and that log was every bit as half of his body. So when he's using a chainsaw, I'm close by. I have my phone ready in case there's ever an accident. I also have what's called a what is those things called? Tourniquet. Got to keep on my person when he's using the chainsaw. I do help from time to time on the log splitter because I can work that. We do. I'll help them stack the wood into the trailer, stack the wood up on the outside. As long as it's not on the Sabbath, I will do that because that's work. Gardening is more of a hobby, so it's not really work for me. It could be relaxing unless you're tilling the ground, and that's work. But just weeding and picking, that's easy stuff. It's kind of like a relaxing tool. The kale and all the vegetables that's winter hardy survived the cold snap we got down into, I think 19 one night, in the low 20s for the couple of nights, and then it got back up in the 70s last week, and it's cool. Hence I've got a sweatshirt on, but it's not cold. So we'll get that in a minute. I don't know if y'all are watching the news. A lot of people don't because it stresses them out. But I'm going to just touch on some highlighted areas. You need to be getting food on your shelves because of war. And you're just like, well, if we live in the United States, we're surrounded by water on 3 sides. You're surrounded by water really technically on 2 sides. And yes, we have the Gulf. But if you look at the map of North America from Canada to the United States, lower 48, we hook to Mexico, which hooks down to the Panama Canal. And we dug that so we could save a big trip around South America. But there's a bridge there. And that connects us all the way down to the tip of South America. So, we know in the past that China was buying a lot of our farmlands beside our bases. Finally, our government got smart enough and put a stop to that. We know that millions and millions of people came across our border during the Biden administration. If you go back and look at the videos, I'm not talking about the immigrants that were just trying to escape what was in their neck of the woods. I'm talking about the military age men, the ones that were not from Mexico. We have many that were from Nigeria. We have many that were from China. We have many that were from Russia. And then you have the Venezuela gangs that came through. Remember in Colorado, they overtook a whole apartment and people had to go in. So I'm not talking about the Hispanic people. I understand if I saw what was going on and terror and people getting hurt, people getting murdered, people getting raped, I would flee too. So don't get me wrong on that. Seeking asylum for that reason, I think the United States would be better equipped for that. But that's not what happened. The open border became a Trojan horse for something much, much more dangerous. We all hear of sleepers in all 50 states. So we know they're here. The government knows they're here. So that being said, the best thing you can always have on you is something in your pocket or on your hip, or keep a rifle very close by. You need to get used to carrying some type of defense tool on your person so you're not constantly feeling for it. You want it to become as second nature as to wearing your hoodie. It's just a tool on your tool belt. You may never need it, but you'll be darn glad you have it if you did need it. That's all I'm going to say. So, America's not as safe as it used to be. If it was as safe, we wouldn't have the Golden Dome being built. We wouldn't have military going to different parts of our country, coastlines, and to the border. I know several who have been deployed to certain areas around our country. So your antennas have got to start wiggling a little bit, or your spidey senses, or whatever you want to call it. You can't have your head in the sand. You've got to understand that the Bible is coming to life in our time, and you need to wake up. I can only shake you so much. I can lead you up to the water, but I can't make you drink it. Growing your food. The Vago beds are a container garden. You can grow in containers. If you're in an apartment or a condo or a townhome, you can grow your own food. Would it be enough to feed you for the whole year? Probably not, but it will still help offset the cost. If anything, if you're like, oh, Michelle, I I have family, I can get it from them or whatever. Grow your own medication. That is your herbs. So follow my Tuesday herb series. A lot of the herbs and the perennial herbs can be grown in your ground, in your complex area, or they can be grown in pots and planters and whatnot, because rosemary grows good in a pot. So does sage. So does mint. A lot of people rather the mint be grown in a container because the stuff spreads like wildfire. But grow your medicine. Second, are you still stocking up? I mean, I haven't mentioned it in a few videos, but we still all need to be doing that. If you're a vegetarian, 7. You're getting 3 vegetables or 4 vegetables and 3 fruits. You need to balance your diet out. You need to be buying dried rice, dried beans. It's a perfect protein, rice and beans, and amino acid that your body needs if it's not getting meat. Cornmeal, flour, bread flour. If you can only afford the Jiffy cornmeal, be buying the Jiffy cornmeal. Make sure that your flour, your beans, and your rice, and your cornmeal or oatmeals, any of your dry cereals, cream of wheat, freeze them for 3 days, then repackage them. You see that I keep jelly jars, olive jars. I buy jars because, yes, it's heavy, but it keeps mice out of it. Now, you also see in some of my videos that old water bottles, the thick ones, or Gatorade bottles or whatnot, yes, it's not the best stuff to be put in your body. But if you're at work and you see people drinking out of those bottles, ask them, can I have your bottles? The thicker plastics. Take them home, put a little bleach in them, wash them out, get them completely air dry. After you freeze your flour, rice, beans, cornmeal, oatmeal, put them in your bottles. Look up 16 ounces is 2 cups. Write 2 cups on there so you know that you got enough pancake mix in 1 bottle to feed 4 people. Pancake mix, also freeze that too. Find good hearty meals, because all these meals that I'm actually doing in the kitchen, you can do in a cast iron Dutch oven outside. Might have to do a series on that, cooking outside. Might have to wait till it gets a little colder because of the fire and everything, and definitely gotta wait till all these leaves fall off the tree. But learning to cook outside on the fire pit might be a good little learning curve for some of y'all. But everything you do, you learn to cook from scratch, make your own cookies. There's other shows that are showing you how to make your own cookie mix, put them in glass jars, and voila, you can just go in. You can do a whole weekend of just making up different jars. I'll see if I can find that, and I'll put it in the comments, these ladies that are doing this, because I found it genius. You can put brownie mix in a jar. I mean, not buying it, making it from scratch ahead of time, and then all you have to do is add your wet ingredients to it when it's time, like your eggs, your water, or your milk. What else? But getting back to Venezuela, our troops are split, or at least our Navy is. Half are sitting at Taiwan and half are sitting down in near Venezuela, and there might be a few patrolling here and there. But when your house is split or divided, it won't stand. So that's a concern. The government, as you can see through every hurricane, big tornadoes, the government comes in, they write up a few things, and you pray you get your insurance if you had it. FEMA is broke. The government's not, what I'm trying to say is the government ain't going to save you. You need to save yourself. You need to be your own lifeline. So whether it's weather that you're worried about, each part of the United States has different concerns. If you're coastline, mostly it's hurricanes. Or if you're in the northern part, above the Dixie line, snows, blizzards and whatnot. You know how to prepare for that. If you're below the Dixie line, it's tornadoes and ice storms. And here in the south, if it's an inch of snow on the ground, you know, you go to the grocery store, there's no eggs, there's no bread, and there's no milk. What are they making? Milk sandwiches? So get your food, get on your shelves. There's people who build their own rack system where you can put cans on the wall and they roll down, so it's rotating yourself. So let's say in a year's time you might eat 52 cans of tuna fish. I'm just going to use that for, you get 53 cans of tuna. You roll them up in these little things and they run down, pull them out. You've got a year's worth of tuna, salmon. Do your meats. If anything, do your meats in the can, roll down. Count out 52. You want 52 cans of everything. That gives you, make sure you have 7 meats that are canned. That gives you a protein a day meal for 7 days. Then you can build a separate one and use it for vegetables. If you're not canning yourself, canned goods, they have a expiration date. No, they do not. That is a Best By sales date, and what that is they want you to use it up so you will buy more. As long as your can is not dented, rusted, or bloated, you're good. You're just good. You've got a back pantry. You can put, let's say you do meat, vegetables, and fruit. You've got your basic food groups there on the wall, and you got it rolling down. It's out of the way. If it's a back pantry or a back closet, a bedroom, like a coat closet, you've got 3 sides. Vegetables on one side, meat on one side, and fruit on the back. You've got room, and you can put your coat still in there. You're kind of hiding out your food supply. And it's in plain sight. People just open your closet. Well, they just got clothes in here. They don't see the cans on the wall. Because most people just open a closet. It's dark. Unless you got a light in it. They're not looking to the back and the front of that closet. So, Auspex, think smart. You can hide stuff under your bed if your bed's off the floor. But I mean, and all this stuff can be removed. So if you're in an apartment, put it in a coat closet. When you leave, you can take it off, putty up the holes, take your food supply with you. So yeah, that's basically it. War's coming. America's not safe anymore. Missiles can go much further than they ever in the past could ever have gone. So let's get into the food tour real quick. Ooh-wee. We'll have to be quick. We went long on that talk. So we got the mustards and the collards and the peppery lettuce. onions are doing great. You can see all the lush of the kale up to the turnip greens. Then we got the broccoli, the carrots, and the cauliflower here. Step in. We got the butterhead lettuce, that's what this is here, and in the Vego bed. Then we got the cauliflower and the broccoli. All of this is turnip greens. You can cut the tops and eat them. You can eat the turnips, of course. Here is our cabbage. And you can see they're beginning to curl in right here. So we're fixing to get some heads. Excuse me. More collard greens. I had to brush back a little bit on because I was afraid where is it? I know I had it dug up a minute ago. But I found the garlic. It is coming up, and it's okay that the leaves are covering it, but it is growing. I was kind of getting concerned, but it is coming up. And the little green dots that you see coming in is different kales where they reseeded in here, but they're doing fine. Hey Jojo, you gonna tell everybody in YouTube land hey? Y'all gonna tell everybody in YouTube land hey? Say hey Becca. Say hey Jojo. And then you can see over here I've got lavender and rosemary growing. And then we have the cilantro, mint, oregano, and lemon balm growing. Continually I'm going to be getting some comfrey from my friend Miss Lori, and I am going to put it somewhere along the fence line down there because it also, like mint, will spread, but it's good medicine. So continually to get medicine in your yard, because if we ever go to war with China, they control your medicine, y'all. And in what scenario do you see them being nice with your medication? Thank you to all the new subscribers. We have now 105 as of Tuesday. I thank each and every one of you for coming and stopping by. You have blessed me, and I thank you honestly. I also ask that if you have prayer requests, God knows your screen name. God knows who you are. If you have a prayer request, drop it in the comments below, and I will lift you up in my daily prayer. All right, everybody. Please stay safe. Please get ready, and please get prepared. Frontier Mentality signing out.